If you're finding me for the first time, my name is Penny. I come here a few days a week. My goal is to inspire you. I hope you can listen and learn. By the time I'm done talking, you'd have gained something that is going to help you to live a life with purpose. So if you're finding me for the first time, we switched. We've been doing this book and I was doing this book on Facebook, but now I have switched. I'm going to be doing it on YouTube, but I've shared the link on Facebook so you can go there, invite your friends, let's all talk. And I always tell people there is no one who has it together. We are all learning from each other one step at a time. So today we are going to talk about how you're going to wire your brain to connect successfully. We've been talking about the community and so that way. Good. We've been talking about connecting with the community, and now here they are telling you to wire your brain so you can successfully communicate, or you can successfully connect with your community. All right. So they are saying sometimes before you can connect in meaningful ways, you need to figure out what stands in the way for you to be able to connect. Sometimes disconnection isn't simply about lack of social skills or support. It's when your brain gets to being lonely, so you stay where you are because you're used to that kind of life. When your brain gets used to being lonely, it literally turns off itself against you. The effects of loneliness build up, and with time, you find yourself in living in isolation. This exercise is designed to help you find ways to help you connect, especially when you're in crisis and you're not able to connect with others. We are going to do this exercise. After this exercise, consider your responses of the following statements and write down your thoughts in a piece of paper, so that way you can reference to them. All right. And it's going to give you a chance for you to be able to know how you are connecting and what you need to do in able to connect well into your community. Okay. So some of the things that hinder people from connecting to the community is because some people feel like they are suspicious of people. When they meet people for the first time, it's like they don't trust these people. So when you see a stranger, instead of trying to connect a network, you're thinking that they're up to something. All right. And the other thing is sometimes we are eager to please other people. You want to please other people, so you're not even sure what you need to do. In the process, you are not able to connect. Sometimes maybe you don't trust people. You don't feel like you can trust people to be able to connect with them, especially when you meet for the first time. Sometimes we are afraid of being judged. When people talk to us, we are afraid that, what, if I say this and that, how are people going to feel about me? And this is something that you need to... What happened?
Did mom leave yet? If not, tell her.
Okay. I'm often lost in my head, judging myself on what to say and what not to say. This is when you're meeting people for the first time and you don't even know what to do. I have a tendency to either hold information or overshare information that maybe could be very personal. I'm out to practice interacting with people that I don't know. Sometimes you meet people for the first time, you don't feel comfortable talking to them. Sometimes you worry about your performance, so that way you're hindered or you hinder yourself from making that connection. I think it's easier for me to interact with people that I know, unlike people that I don't know. I'm always terrible at connecting. Some people just feel like they're not able to connect with anyone, so they keep themselves away. Sometimes I feel like when I'm interacting with people, it's like they are taking away all my energy, and it's like I'm giving my information to too many people that I do not know. Now think about what we are talking about and observe yourself the next time you're meeting someone for the first time. And consider how, consider yourself, consider the extent that you go when you're meeting people to avoid interaction. And they're telling you things to look out for. Look out for your posture, okay? How are your arms and your legs, okay? How are your shoulders? Are you feeling tight? How is your heart rate, okay? Are you feeling shaky? Are you feeling afraid? Think about those things the next time you're interacting with someone. And then they're asking you, here is the kind of person you believe people are going to believe you are. When you're interacting with people for the first time, how do you feel people are going to perceive you? Many people think that being self-conscious and analyzing their performance when interacting with others will keep them from making mistakes, right? So sometimes they want you not to overthink. But again, you need to create awareness when you're interacting with people for the first time because you're making new connections. Some people always make a first impression a lasting impression because how you met them, how you interacted with them the first time is going to stay that way. So you always have to be conscious on how you're interacting with them for the first time. And then you need to ask yourself, why do you think it's hard to make new connections if you're having a hard time? The reason why this matters, you need to ask yourself, why does this matter? The impact and obligations and failures that builds up as we get older become easier to say no to things that we might not like to do. Nevertheless, the more connection you make, the more connection you make, the better you become. It's easier when you are in crisis to be able to find a solution to your problem because you're connected to people than when you're not connected to people. You should not wait until you're in crisis to try and connect with people. And why does this matter? Okay? Why does it matter that you need to connect with people? Because you know why? It is important that when you're going through a crisis or when you need someone to help you with a certain thing, it's important that you have made those connections. If it's a doctor, you have a doctor. If it's a lawyer, you have a lawyer. If it's a landscaper, you're doing landscaping, you have a landscaper. Okay? The mindset that you have when you're by yourself and the mindset that you'll get when you start interacting with other people is going to be different. Taking action. Okay, why does it matter for you to take action? What matters? First, if you find it hard to interact with people, you need to find out why. Okay, you need to keep focused and keep engaging yourself to find out what you're lacking that is stopping you from being able to connect. You need to learn to be a good listener. If you think most people are intimidating or even scary, your brain may be reading things that maybe sometimes are not true. Keep your posture open when you're talking to people. Identify what you need to tell people and what you don't need to tell people because sometimes some information is confidential. Brainstorm about your environment where you are and what you are sharing at that time. Okay? Keep reviewing your progress as you're learning to connect. You need to review your progress, how you're doing. And if you're seeing progress, celebrate the little steps and the achievements that you have done in connecting. And we are doing all this because they always say your network is your net worth. So create awareness so that way you can connect with people as soon as you get them. That way you're growing your network. Because if you don't connect, when things are okay, you're not able to connect when you're in crisis. Okay? So thank you so much. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that. Share this video, invite your friends. And I hope you listened. I hope you learned one or two things that you're going to apply in your day-to-day life so you can live a life with purpose where you have created awareness on whatever is going around you and you've created a community that can be supportive when you need it. Thank you and have a beautiful day.